Good morning. Operation Heartland Silvers commences. I am Krista, your gold upline leader, and I will not only be participating in this boot camp with you, but I'm also going to be, leading you through it. So it's a little bit of the blind leading the blind, I guess, but it's a very organized program, and they've laid it all out for me very nicely. So I'm really looking forward to this. So I know most of you, some of you I know better than others. Some of you I only have a Facebook friendship with. And so if you don't know me, I live north of Grand Island in a little town called St. Libory. Technically, we're in St. Libory. I still consider us Grand Island. And we have moved around a lot, but Grand Island is my hometown, so we've moved back, and I'm excited to feel like I've finally come home, and this is where we want to be. And so as far as my big why, I feel like it's hard for me to condense it into just one. It's pretty vast, the reasons why. And Britta just recently had asked me about what is my big why, so I was already kind of prepared for the answer to this question. And what I told her was my big why, and she also added to that when I said, well, what do you mean by my big why? She said, well, what makes you cry? What about your business you just are so passionate about it just makes you cry? And that was actually a pretty easy answer. I started using Young Living in 2013, and that actually coincides with the same year that my dad was re-diagnosed with cancer. He was originally diagnosed with kidney cancer in 2008, and then he was in remission, whatever that is, until 2013. And it coincided about the time that I was just starting to use the products. And when he was re-diagnosed, I was researching and trying to find answers because we were told this in 2008, kidney cancer, you had a pretty good shot once we removed the kidney. But when it came back in 2013, there wasn't a whole lot they said they could do. It was just kind of a matter of trying to prolong his life. And I wasn't really willing to accept that. And so I started doing some reading, and I read a book called Cancer Free by Bill Henderson. And my eyes were completely opened because it was just in the book, he talks about all these things that we put on our body that are cancer-causing agents. And it really it was an eye-opener for me. I mean, yeah, I've always heard about nutrition and I've known about that, but I wasn't really aware of things like the makeup that we put on our faces and the deodorants and the lotions and everything that we put on our body can have carcinogens as well and toxins. And so I kept reading, and I just was intrigued by it, and I don't think it was a coincidence that the two coincided. That I started using Young Living, and I started having options to use these wonderful products that are toxin-free, all natural ways to potentially heal and help the body. And so that was really my big why. It became a quest for me to try to, and it still is my quest. My dad did just recently pass away this past January, but I don't really feel like I'm finished with just, sort of my self journey, my self discovery with just the all natural lifestyle and how that can hopefully help my family avoid a similar scenario. And I just figure, it can't hurt to try to handle life in a more natural, holistic way. So, that's really my passion is trying to help people find ways that they can heal their bodies and help their minds and their souls without using toxins and drugs to do that. Because I did see what the drugs did to my dad, and it was pretty unbearable to watch. We did try some oils with him, And he was really religious about the Ningxia Red. He did a great job with that. We didn't really know what we were doing with oils. I just was kind of going off of what I had seen in my reference guides and whatnot. But so I don't know so much about that. But the Ningxia Red was a big thing for him, and he faithfully took it 9 ounces a day, like 3 in the morning, 3 at noon, 3 at night, and enjoyed it. And I think it really helped him. In hindsight, I would have to say that about the time that he decided, I'm done doing this, it wasn't really a decision. It was more, he was just exhausted and tired from all of the protocols. He was doing so many different medical protocols, and those were changing all the time, that he just got tired. And so, he would sometimes forget to take his Ningxia. But as I look back, the time he stopped taking his Ningxia Red was really a turning point for his health. And he was on the downslide pretty much at the time he stopped taking that. So I feel like that product was definitely prolonging his life, and it was keeping him in good, as best possible health as possible. Now, the other aspect of my big why, that's the one that makes me cry. The other aspect of my big why is an inner zen. Not only that the oils give me, but also that the business gives me. As far as an income producing activity for me, I feel so blessed to have found this, because I am not a good rat race person. I've done that. I have taught for 9 total years in public schools, public high schools, and I'm not a live by bells and rat race type of person. The stress, I don't handle that stress well. And so I was pretty lucky that I was able to start working from home teaching online Spanish classes, but then this fell into my lap, and it just lit a new passion for me. And I love that I can create my own schedule and be intentional about what my day is going to be by making those decisions for myself. And the oils themselves are helping with an inner peace, and so the business end of Young Living is also something that I just love, and I just love being able to wake up and decide, it's the first thing I want to do is work on my Young Living business. I've got a whole bunch of schoolwork I need to be getting going on, but this is the thing I wake up wanting to do, and so I just love that passion. So I'm really excited about this training, because, like you, those of you that have been doing this for a little bit, or maybe just getting started, there can be frustrations along the way, and, plateaus and whatnot. So I'm kind of ready to, I've kind of plateaued out a little bit as well. And so I'm ready to kind of jump to the next level and really turbo boost this business with y'all. So anyway, this is long enough. I tend to get kind of windy. Sorry about that. And anyway, I look forward to getting going with you. Have a happy week 1, day 1. Adios. Bye.